Good morning. Thank you for tuning into another installment of On This Day with Christy. Howdy, I'm Christy. Today is Friday, June 26, 2026. I apologize for not being here on Monday. I was feeling under the weather. Hope you made it through. Today, this being Friday, we're going to talk about what we talked about on Wednesday and then learn some new stuff along the way about today. That being said, let's hop in our magic band and take a trip to the past, the present, the future, and possibly other dimensions. That being said, let's hop in our car, pop in some tunes, and go for a ride. In 2016, Drake set a new UK record for the digital age when One Dance featuring WizKid and Kyla became the longest running #1 single since downloads and streams were included in the rankings. In 2007, the White Stripes topped the UK chart with their 7th and final album, Icky Thump. Anywho, the release marked their second #1 LP in the UK, following 2003's White Elephant. It earned, while across the Atlantic, Iggy Thump earned them a duo their 3rd Grammy for Best Alternative Album. In 1965, the Hollies scored their first #1 hit in the UK with I'm Alive. The song, which spent 3 weeks in the top position, was at number 20 was 25 top 40 singles for the longest running group. In 1967, Procol Harum's A Whiter Shade of Pale began its run on the Billboard Hot 100. And I don't know if I pronounced them correctly, so forgive me. The enduring Baroque pop tune, which had been covered more than 1,000 times. One of the world's best-selling singles of all time. The song would later be inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame and included in the Rolling Stones 500 Greatest Songs of All Time ranking. In 1967, John Lennon released his second book, A Spaniard in the Works, a follow-up to his 1964 debut, in his own right, pronounced W-R-I-T-E, right. It was a play on words. Yeah, really? I don't think anybody could have figured that one out on their own. Anywho, I digress. Okay, now it's time to hop on to factoids from Wednesday. We officially celebrated Fairy Day and Pralines Day. In 2024, WikiLeaks Wikipedia founder Julian Assange walked free after a 14-year-old legal battle after creating WikiLeaks in 2010 and releasing classified U.S. military documents. Assange faced 14 years of legal challenges and imprisonment. He spent his last 5 years in the high-profile London prison and was ultimately released after pleading guilty in a U.S. court. Anyhow, in 2022, the U.S. Supreme Court officially overturned the women's constitutional right to abortion. Roe v. Wade stemmed from a legal case in 1973 and later became a constitutional right for women to have abortions. Also in 2022, a gunman opened fire and killed 2 people and injured 20 at a popular LGBTQ+ nightclub in Oslo, Norway. The 42-year-old man was later arrested after opening fire at 3 other locations that very same day. The police called this attack an extreme Islamic terrorist attack. Organizers canceled the parade following the police's advice. And that's all it says. There's no follow-up, just leaves it at that. Yeah. Anywho, in 2020, Pakistan International Airlines grounded 150 of its employees, pilots, after discovering their licenses were fake. In 2018, the longest tennis match in history took place. The match was between American player John Isner and French player Nicolas Mahut in Wimbledon. It lasted an incredible 11 hours and 5 minutes over 3 days. Also that same year, the Twilight Saga Eclipse premiered in Los Angeles. In 2003, NOAA launched the NOAA 17 satellite. It glitched out and popped in. Oh, sorry. Anyhow, NOAA 17, this is a polar bear. Orbiting weather satellite was launched at the top of the Titan 23G rocket from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. It functioned perfectly until it was decommissioned in April of 2013. In 1982, the U.S. Supreme Court declared that no president could be sued for their choices while in office. The rule came after a French Air Force Arthur Ernest Fitzgerald tried to sue President Richard Nixon after losing his contracting position. I don't know why he sued the president for whatever people sue for anything nowadays. In 1964, an announcement was made saying that all cigarette packages in the U.S. must display health warnings. Less than 10 years. Sorry about that. In 1933, 39s? What? Siam changed its name to Thailand. Thai people have always referred to their nation as Thailand, but the foreign name for the nation was Siam, so Siam was used to dealing with outsiders. However, in 1939, Siam's third official prime minister decided to officially change the name to reflect what the Thai people called their nation. That's what happens when you have a takeover. In 2001, Pablo Picasso had his first exhibition in Paris, France. If you want to know what I said about that, go check it out on Wednesday. Anywho, in 1866, this will be the last one, the Battle of Castoa took place during the Third Italian War of Independence. An Austrian army defeated the Italian army, which was led by Alfonso Ferrero. Now it's time to hop back in our time machines and go on for a ride for today. On this day in music history, this being Friday, the 26th, on this day in music history, in 1977, 42-year-old Elvis Presley played his final concert at Indianapolis Market Square Arena, just 2 weeks before his sudden death. Donning his signature white and gold suit, the King performed classics like Can't Help Falling in Love, Jailhouse Rock, and Don't Be Cruel. Plus covers of Unchained Melody and A Bridge Over Troubled Waters. While the subsequent CBS TV special, Elvis in Concert, was often touted as capturing his particular show, It actually featured footage from 2 earlier dates on the tour, Omaha on the 19th and Rapid City on the 21st. In 1993, single Dreams by British singer Gabrielle began a 3-week run at the top of the UK pop charts. The song made UK chart history with the highest entry at number 2 for a debut single. In 1965, the Byrds scored their first #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 with a cover of Bob Dylan's Mr. Tambourine Man. The song, which also topped the charts in the UK, popularized the influential sound of jangle pop. In 1974, Cher and Sonny Bono divorced after 10 years of marriage, effectively ending their reign as one of the area's biggest pop culture duos. The couple rose to fame in the mid-60s with hits like I Got You, Babe, and Baby Don't Go, and they hosted a popular TV variety show in the 70s. Together, they sold more than 40 million copies worldwide and earned 2 Grammy nods. Now, time to go over to Factoid Town and find some facts. Today we celebrate National Beautician Day and Chocolate Pudding Day. Pudding. And the last question, who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird? Answer, Harper Lee. Now let's take off our thinking caps and put on our party hats because it's time for birthdays. 1910, Colonel Tom Parker. 1955, Mick Jones. 1956, Chris Isaak. 1961, Terry Noon. 1963, Harriet Wheeler. 1966, Par Wixton. 1973, Gretchen Wilson. 1979, Nathan Followell. 1979, Ryan Tedder. And 1993, Ariana Grande. If today was your birthday, or if it's your birthday this weekend, I hope it's magical. And you have a great time. You can catch us here 7 days a week with Brian Rockstone on WCDI. And don't forget to check out Top Report every Sunday and Wednesday. See you later. Ciao.